Hi and welcome. I'll be showing you some important tips and features of the MyEMCert modules today. If you need help getting started or registered, you can check out the link in the description box for the MyEMCert Get Started Guide. For this video, we're going to start with the demo module, right here in the dashboard. The demo module is based on the abdominopelvic module, and there are a couple things I want to point out before we get started. The demo module has a total time of 12 hours, you can see right here. In a normal module, you'll have 4 hours of total time to complete it. You can also see how the module is broken up into sections between core question sets, and key advances questions. You can also see the breakdown of the questions per section. Another thing to note is that in the demo, there are 5 questions, but in a normal module, there will be about 50. So let's get started. The Undercoat Agreement will pop up, and please take a minute to read through this because you will be agreeing to things such as no cheating or sharing module content, so just make sure you look through that. And then we can click Start Module up at the top. And now we're actually in the module. The first thing I want to point out is that right now we're in section 1 of 3, which are the core questions. And this is an example of presentation-based questions. This patient presented with abdominal pain, and that's why it's covered in the abdominopelvic module. However, the reason for the child's abdominal pain is pneumonia. So thinking of your differential diagnosis may be important for these types of presentation questions. The next thing I want to note is that there is a toolbox here in the corner that you will always have access to. The toolbox gives you your common abbreviations and your normal lab values. The next thing I want to note is that there are supplemental materials that you can look at. Not every question will have these, but if they do, you can click the drop down. It will show you the stimuli. If you click on it, you can also zoom in. And it's important to know that there may be more than one stimuli. That will be up here in the tab section. We can see the second one, and you can go back and forth. So we'll close that. The next thing I want to note is that modules are forward progression only, so I can choose my answer here or I can choose my answer up here. But once I click confirm, there's no going back. I can only move forward from this point. As you can see, there's no way to go back or review the question that I already submitted. This is also the best place to pause your module. You can pause right at the top at any time. It will stop your module at the timestamp you left, and you can pick it up and it will pick you up right where you left off. But the reason you want to pause right here after you've confirmed your answer but before you continue is because there will be no repercussions. If you pause in the middle of a question, you can pause, but the question will be marked incorrect when you come back. So to avoid having an answer marked incorrect, this is the place to pause. I also want to show you that now that we have confirmed our answer, we're going to get this page, which shows us instant feedback that we did get it correct. And it will also show a rationale as to why the answer was correct. So let's continue. That was the end, so I'll test the end of the section, so I'll test to that. Now we're in section 2 of 2, and this is an example of a more traditional question found in the abdominopelvic module. These are the core question sets. I also want to point out that modules are open book, so you can take your time and look up answers if you need to. However, there is a 15-minute timeout. So if you are inactive in a module for over 15 minutes, you'll get a little warning pop up. And if you do not confirm your answer after that, it will kick you out of the module and the answer you were working on will be marked incorrect. So you can take your time, but just be cognizant that after 15 minutes of inactivity, the module will kick you out. So let's keep going. I'll attest to this second section. This is another thing I want to show you. This is section 3 of 3. These are the key advances questions. These questions may not be related to the module, so this one may not be abdominopelvic related, but they're always at the end of the module. And we recommend that you check out the synopses that are online at the ABEM website before you start a module. But the synopses for the key advances are also right here under supplemental materials that you can take a look at as well. Let's confirm our answer. Continue. Alright, and then once we finish our module, we'll go back to the dashboard. I encourage you to take this survey so we can always improve our MyEMCert experience for you. And that is it. Thanks so much for watching. Again, if you need help, you can always contact ABEM or check out the link in the description box for the MyEMCert Get Started Guide. Thanks again.